One of these teams is growing into the grand final. Stacks, Craftman, what's going to happen?
France awaits with an extra life to give against either the Netherlands or Great Britain. Boy, this is going to be incredibly fun. Netherlands has been, for me, Crafters, the most entertaining team to watch, namely because they play so many darn overtimes.
Yeah, they've been spectacular in that sense, as well as I know Mike Boy loves to stick around on the ceiling looking for the pass down, as does really all of these Netherlands players. They're all high flyers in their own right. And we'll see what kind of series they have with Great Britain. Obviously, it was a little bit of a damp squib earlier on in terms of Great Britain, but now Netherlands have, or rather, they had a damp squib series against France in the last game that we saw them again in. Great Britain and Netherlands, I'm sure they're all warmed up now. They're ready to go. And just to put this into context as well, this is a $3,000 game. 12,000 if you lose here, a minimum of 15 grand if you get to the grand final.
Well, Nolly sailed one high, trying to set one up for Archie. He'll be the man of the hour for Great Britain, but he came up empty there. Now Oli to stall there. Got one more to play, keep away from Nolly. So Archie's going to try to hit him, and Tho already up the ladder oh so quickly. Now Archie trying to run interference. Made Mike Boy jump. He'll be in a real tough spot, but Oli bailed him out.
Very nervy start from the Netherlands. Don't want to be missing those like that, because Great Britain will see that from afar and they'll pounce on it whenever they possibly can. This time around, the Netherlands are lucky that no one else was attacking and flying in from Great Britain, so good patience there and not overcommitting from Great Britain. But this time now, Oli looking for Tho in the middle, but Archie's going to pick it up and right down to Devo, but smacks it off the bar.
Mike Boy had that go right up to Tho, but it's won by Great Britain instead. Nolly could not get up for it, and everybody remains neutral. Power clear out of Archie, looking for Nolly. Now Archie has Devo as an option, trailing in behind him, but it's going to be Oli. He's got Mike Boy to his right, trending over that way. Went for the demo, and Devo got the save. Throw to follow, that's stopped by Archie as well.
Oli was right there to make the third touch and have another crack at it, as the defense for Great Britain was all over the place. You had the demo going off, sparks are flying, but no goal explosion for the Netherlands in this case. Good attacking pressure from the Netherlands, getting it around the Great Britain defense. And if you want to start being the better team, oh dear, that's awkward for Mike Boy. What I was going to say was, if you want to make Great Britain really nervous and really uncomfortable in defense, and it starts with the demos and the bumps, but they might have bumped themselves. I think Devo and Oli had a bit of a tangle there on the goal line. It'll open the door for the Netherlands.
Yeah, everybody just kind of flailing around, trying to make last-second adjustments, not quite committed to the cause. And it's the Netherlands who strike first. More of the same for the Netherlands against Great Britain. They're out to an early lead, or out to a late lead, I should say. But it's those incremental advantages that the Netherlands were able to get against Great Britain as that series dragged on in the upper bracket that ultimately led to Great Britain's demise, and it could knock them out of this tournament.
What a shot!
Devo's got other plans. The veteran comes through with a laser air to ground.
101 kph. Stop this if you dare, Oli. I think if that one hit Oli, the ball might have demoed him out of the goal. Absolutely ridiculous power from Devo, and ties things up at one apiece. I said Devo might be the underdog player to watch in Great Britain. He's certainly making a name for himself here in the first game. And Mike Boy, your player to watch, Stacks, he answers right back.
He has been cash all game, or all day for the Netherlands, and he comes through yet again. Mike Boy put the Netherlands in the backpack and carry them through against Great Britain. Still a minute 29 to go. And a good win for Mike Boy and the Netherlands off the ensuing kickoff.
And they're trying to make Great Britain feel awkward on defense yet again, but it's a breakaway chance. Here comes Nolly, can't get that bounce to drop straight into the net. It was just a little bit of an acute angle. But Great Britain now trying to right the ship a little bit. Try to build from this back line and make Netherlands crumble on their side of the field.
before that goal by Tho a little while ago, he had just 1 assist on the Netherlands' 12 goals. Again, thanks to Tylacto, feeding us a lot behind the scenes, helping us out here as we are, enthralled by the high drama of the Netherlands and Great Britain. It's been a fun series to watch. It was great to watch in the upper bracket. Game 1 certainly living up to it as well. Great Britain haven't got off the mat just yet, but you know they're coming here. Down a goal. Devo, big clear, has Archie falling in as well. It's going to be Tho to delay again. Only 20 seconds left. Mike Boy going to buy a ton of time up here, but Oli jumped a little too early. They weren't on the same page there, Crafters. Oli was ready for a pass, and Mike Boy is more interested in killing time. That may cost them dearly. Down to 3 seconds. Devo needs Nolly to help, and he could not get the doink. This should touchdown, it does. And the Netherlands made some critical mistakes at the end, but they hang on to win 2-1.
They did all they needed to do. I was thinking that right at that moment, they just needed to kill off time off the clock, retain possession, don't give Great Britain another chance. Look at that, 6 shots from Devo, only 1 goal to his name, and the only one for Great Britain in that game. But Netherlands, they did all they needed to do right at the end there. Yes, they did give up possession right at the end, but they killed enough time off the clock, and that was all they really needed to do at the end of that one. But it was a good comeback from Great Britain in that one. They righted the ship, as I was trying to say, and but you can't give Netherlands that second goal right off of kickoff. As soon as that one went in, I thought Great Britain were just thinking, GG, go next.
Well, there is plenty of time to work things out, but that time can disappear real quick. Change of scenery here as we go into game number 2. Gonna go to the old Forbidden Temple.
Lovely. I love this. I love changing maps because it just gives every game a different feel, a different setting, a different atmosphere as well. And yes, they're all the same field at the end of the day. They're all the same box. But as we move through this series and into I think we're testing the lobby. We're just going to make sure this game is actually live. I believe it is. The players do seem to be playing, but we'll just confirm that for you. We'll let these guys go.
Yeah. So in that first game, Mike Boy, Tho, getting on the scoreboard. Tho, first goal in a while. We are used to seeing Tho a little more active on the offensive end, but was not to be throughout the course of the day. We have confirmed, by the way, does not appear to be live.
Oh, it's a shame.
They are just testing the lobby to make sure things are good to go. Want to make sure nobody's thrown off by the lights of course, Forbidden Temple, as we wait on, I believe we're waiting on maybe an admin to confirm everything. But yes, Netherlands up 1-0 in the series. We saw Great Britain win the first game of their series in the upper bracket, but it was only 1-0. And then goals were a tough commodity to come by for Great Britain in the upper bracket. Doesn't seem like they're going to have as much trouble this time around. They're generating some really good opportunities. They're making the Netherlands work a lot harder, I think, on defense. Devo certainly striking like a man possessed in that first game. You have to imagine that's going to continue. Yeah,
that 101 kph shot was just an absolute bullet. There's absolutely no chance anyone was stopping that. So if Devo can have the setup from his teammates and just fire in shots like that, like nobody's business, it's going to be tough for the Netherlands to block any kind of fast-paced offense, because we know how fast the Netherlands can play stacks. If they can turn up the pressure, turn up the pace of the game, and make Great Britain play up to their pace and their level, they're going to cause a lot of issues for them.
So as we've gotten the players all on the same page here, we'll be getting them into our lobby in just a moment. Again, to reset where we're at here, Netherlands, as you can see down at the bottom of your screen, up 1-0 in this series. Still the best of 5 here in the lower bracket finals, as will, of course, the grand finals be. But what's important, the team that wins this series here has to beat France twice. I mean, beating them even...
It's a tall order. It's a tall order, Stacks.
Yeah, and having to do it twice in back-to-back best-of-5 series, Ain't nobody done it in a long, long time to Team France, whether it's best of 5, best of 7. You know, the only time they lost a couple of series in a day, I think, might have been in one of the Open qualifiers when they lost a couple of best of 3s. That's it. And then they still got through in the other qualifier, and here they are. They are 1 series away, waiting for the winner of this series between the Netherlands and Great Britain. 1 series away from being Intel World Open champions.
Yeah, 1 series away, and of course one of these two, well, both of these teams, 3 series away from being Intel World Open champions. They've got to win 3 series in a row. It is a tough task in any stretch of the imagination as we are back on DFH Stadium. There's maybe suggesting, let's go back to DFH. Yeah. This is where we're most comfortable.
This is why it's called Forbidden Temple. It has been here in the Intel World Open.
We have forbade it. That's not a word. Move on.
You know, I think it is actually.
Forbades.
I think you accidentally came up with a word.
I came up with a word that already exists. Fantastic. Put it in the dictionary. Put a picture of me next to it.
Please don't. Mike Boy out to the corner as the Netherlands, after that little delay, have to regroup and try to keep this thing rolling against Great Britain. Ole comes up completely empty, and Tho and Mike Boy kind of crisscross there, got their signals mixed up as they were trying to make up for it, and Tho emphatically with a big stop, and Nolly just has to bring that out to the right side.
Oh, Ole, chance there off of the wayward save and clear, and Tho actually following this one, but everyone from Great Britain just slams on the brakes and blocks the shot from coming through. Aggression from the Netherlands early, but it's quelled here by Archie as he takes it right back to the blue end.
Tho out to the wing where Archie is waiting to bring it right back in. Flip reset trying to slow things up against Ole. I like that play from Archie too, because you know the Netherlands are just, it's almost like they're taping down the accelerate button and just going after you non-stop. Kind of change speeds a little bit. Instead of a ceiling shot, you just get under it, get a flip reset, slow it up as Devo makes the save on Mike Boy. And we'll see if Great Britain can use that possession game to break down the Netherlands.
Sometimes that change of pace is all you need, whether it's changing it up, going a bit quicker, maybe slowing it down as well. If you're being a little bit unpredictable, your opponents are going to not be able to read what you're doing. If you just go fast, they're going to expect that. If then that one time you slow it down, they're not going to expect it. We saw it from Archie earlier. He had someone break his ankles completely and he just went screaming past the ball. So if Netherlands can do that to Great Britain, they'll be in a good position.
Nothing between Netherlands and Great Britain in the first half of Game 2. Again, they had kind of a delay between games. Nolly out past Devo. Problem is nobody else is there. Nolly's pass was not on the mark. I think he might have been hindered a little bit by the defense as well, and Mike Boy scores.
And you got to take your chances when you can, especially when Great Britain have all 3 men in your half of the field. Just play it into space, and Mike Boy will be able to find the shot from wherever on a wide open net. Netherlands up 1-0 in this game and the series as well. There to take the opening couple of games off of Team GB. It's going to be a long road back for them as Mike Boy gets it from Ole once again, and it's 2-0 in quick fashion.
Great Britain starting to look a little English here, Craftman. Ole out to Mike Boy for yet another. He's got 3 in this series. He had 6 when they met earlier. 9 goals out of now 5+ games.
It's a good stat line there for the Netherlands. They've got to be feeling good about it. And what I will say is, even though Great Britain are down these couple of goals and down the game as well, they do look like a better team than they were playing earlier. Yes, they had this sort of, you would say, quote-unquote warm-up game against Norway. Now they've found their form. And Gregan obviously said during the interview they're still to warm up a little bit more and to dial it up to maybe 9 or 10, maybe even towards 11 if you even get to that grand final. If they can.
Well, time's running out.
Time is running out. It's not a lot of time to get these 2, maybe even 3 as Mike Boy gets a hat trick.
The goals just keep on coming from Mike Boy. The team, by the way, in the Netherlands that have the lowest assist-to-goal ratio, just barely over 50%. It just dropped a little bit as Mike Boy gets one unassisted, all by his lonesome, alone with all his friends. It's 3-0.
Love these solo plays from the Netherlands, especially from Mike Boy. He was your boy coming into this one, Stacks. How do you rate his performance so far?
I rate his performance 4 paninis.
4 paninis, okay.
Yes.
Not quite Gregan's 22 paninis.
No,
okay.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
No,
4 paninis on
Mike,
the way.
Yeah, like Mike Boy's goals are just kind of a 1-to-1 ratio, goals to paninis. Okay. When Gregan scores, it's like a national emergency.
Call the National Guards. Gregan's made his way back to the field. He'll say, well, maybe not this time around. Maybe he can inject some life into this team. That's a brilliant read, as you say. Tho just lights up the backboard here. And who's assisting him? It's none other than Mike Boy.
Man, he's got his hand in everything the Netherlands are doing. And they are blowing Great Britain out of the water here. 4-0 with only 45 to go. And all Great Britain can do is look ahead to Game 3 and think, all right, let's have an extended little coaching talk session with Gregan. What can we change going into Game 3? The possession game just doesn't seem to be working. Netherlands are not affording them any of that time that they want.
And even the possession that Great Britain are getting, their shots are just maybe a little bit wayward or straight into the path of a keeper. Netherlands are rotating so well here, and you see Archie just giving up the ball in enemy on the enemy side of the field. It's tough to watch, to be quite honest, because they did look like a team on fire coming into this one. But they've got to get a fire streak of their own going if they want any chance to go head-to-head for the first time in this tournament with that French team. But Netherlands, they've got 1 foot in that grand final.
And Great Britain, 1 foot in the grave as we go to Game 3. Must win. They got to win 3 in a row somehow against a Netherlands team that just seems bound and determined to get yet another shot at France. So far, France have won the 2 meetings between them and the Netherlands, one far more decisively than the other.
Yeah.
But again, when the grand finals roll around, it's just a different story. Game 3 awaits now between the Netherlands and Great Britain. Not many shots. You know, you're talking about those shots from Great Britain, and my first gut instinct was to say, what shots? And it turns out, yes, they had some. Nolly had 3. Archie 2, Devo just 1, and I think that's the big problem.
Yeah.
Devo has to be leading the charge for Great Britain, and they're just not letting him.
It's just that the chances are few and far between. Yep. They are coming, but Netherlands, their defense, like I mentioned at the end of that one, their rotations are so quick, and they're just not giving any quarter to Great Britain. Maybe looking a little bit like France on the Netherlands. I mean, the Netherlands flag is basically the French flag on its side anyway. So maybe...
Careful. You set off an international incident.
I mean, Tom nearly did that yesterday as well. Maybe we won't go into that.
Some of the Street Fighter guys have made similar observations.
We don't talk about that. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about that shot from Archie, though. A little bit quiet so far in this series, but lighting up the scoreboard in the first 20 seconds.
Yeah, that is exactly what Great Britain needs. It couldn't come at a better time. Very early on, trying to set the tone now in Game 3. Maybe set the mood going forward to the rest of the series, but they have to defend, and it's a numbers advantage. 3-on-2, but set away by the defense of Great Britain.
Let's see if the Netherlands can rally back to this one. Oh, touch from Devo was a little bit awkward. Mike Boy on that backboard yet again. You know how dangerous he has been when he's getting into that position on the opposing backboards. Can make some magic happen. Flip though on through from Mike Boy. No follow-up from Ollie or from Tho either. Just sitting a little bit back, a little bit tame, a little bit timid as Great Britain's still in front.
You know that is not going to last from the Netherlands. They will not stand for this deficit, but how about Devo has to get going, and he sends a missile to the upper corner.
We said he needed to be the one to step up. How about this? 101 in the first game, kilometers per hour. How about a 116 to top that one on the speed trap going into the net? 2-0 Great Britain, and they are starting to fly the flag high as they are now 2 up. No, up against the Netherlands, almost 2-1, and Devo able to stave off that set, that first goal for the Netherlands still.
A Herculean effort out of Devo and this Great Britain defense, keeping the doors shut, trying to slam the window shut, not let the Netherlands back into this game. This goes right out to Archie. This is perfect for Great Britain, but he could not get in the air. He didn't have any boost, so Devo's got to clear this away from the back line. And here come the Netherlands. Ole needs to get off the wall quickly. Could not, though, is way back. And he has all day to play this with Devo just watching and waiting on the post. And now he's up to play this.
And with Devo in shooting form right now, you don't want to give any space towards him, not even to Nole as well. He's been a tad quiet throughout this series so far. Trying to shout his way to the top as Nole flays it down to Archie. That's a brilliant ball through, and I'm surprised Ole didn't have a chance to get it. Let's see it from this perspective as Ole, yes, we're on board with Ole. Yeah, he was just doing donuts in his own penalty area.
He started to come up, right? And he's like, oh no, I can
like,
go
no, I'll
this way.
spin round. No, I'll spin round again. All the balls in the net.
Yeah. I don't have to go immediately to the net, right? Somebody's going to be rotating about, oh, he's got that much pace. Oops. Archie coming through big. That's his second. Devo's got a pair. Nolly yet to score, but he's got 3 assists in the series. And Great Britain has a huge lead through the first half of a game they must win.
I was thinking there, nice slowdown by Mike Boy. I said earlier that the Netherlands could change up the pace of the game and catch Britain off guard. If Mike Boy and the rest of the Netherlands can have a couple of those slow plays, make Great Britain dive at a ball that they're not expecting to be there, that could be their ticket through in this one. There might be a ticket through here. It's Nole, great save off the big log clear from Tho, but it's not enough here as he gets it over to Ole to bring it back within 2.
How about the field vision here? Ole starting to rotate back. Those like, hey, turn for this. Bang! And Netherlands are back in it here with 2:08 to go.
That's just what the doctor ordered for the Dutchies. Can they now still complete this sweep? It's still on the table, especially if Ole scores right there. Mike Boy was there to find the pass in the middle. But Great Britain are starting to deal with these pressures a little bit better as time goes on. They're starting to read what Netherlands are able to do. And that was a nice touch by Devo. No touches there on the defense until I thought it was going to be a little bit too late, but Archie patiently waiting for that ball to bounce his way.
Maybe a little too selfish or selfless as well. The Netherlands want to see somebody other than Mike Boy just launch one at the net like that from Tho. You know, when you get an opportunity, maybe you don't have to necessarily make the extra pass. Have a little confidence in your striking ability. I think that might have cost them a goal about 45 seconds ago. Here goes Ole. He's got Mike Boy waiting. Can Ole get that? No. Boy, he was really close. That Mike Boy has to just play that around, and that's a critical demo from Tho. Takes out Archie. He'll be back in the play. It's another good pass to Ole. Faked out, and that's still just going to be wide. He never got the shot off.
I think Mike Boy had to make that touch there. It was never going towards net if it just dropped to Ole like it did. And 50 seconds now remaining on this clock for Netherlands to pull something out of the bag if they want to avoid game number 4. Netherlands trying to build something from their back line, but again, Great Britain, they do this so well, just retaining possession, draining the time off the clock, and maybe even looking to get a 4th on the board. But with the time a ticking, Ole, this offensive drive needs to come up with points here. Mike Boy is right there, the dunk off of Nole, but it's wide, and he'll clear this one down.
That was the moment. Netherlands had to score there, surely. Ole up against Devo, got it down in front, but nobody else is there. Mike Boy was on his way back.
Oh, no.
It's still loose in front, and Archie closes the window, and Great Britain live to fight another game.
They'll have to fight on in this lower bracket final. Might even get a fourth for the road. Tho will deny it though. Great Britain, they will not be swept. They will not be embarrassed here in this lower bracket. They continue and march on. Game 4 now on the cards. But what on earth happened to the Netherlands in that one? It was, let's tally up the shots here. 4 from Ole, 3 from Tho, 5 from Mike Boy. Quick caster mass, that is 13. Thank you, Star, holding up the fingers.
Try 12. See, that was.
Oh, was that? Okay, that's
one here.
Okay, 112.
Yeah,
okay,
there you go.
I will understand numbers at some point. But only 4 from Great Britain, 2 from Archie, 2 from Devo. Good efficiency there.
It was, and boy, you see that many shots from the Netherlands and only 1 goal to show for it, and they had to work for that one too. It was a great rebound opportunity that you just saw there from Ole. But all these other opportunities have to be incredibly frustrating. You constantly, up at the top right, you see the players' names light up. Oh, look, another shot. Not many saves. Another shot, not necessarily a save. A lot of stuff just a little bit high over the bar, a little bit wide through the posts. Got to be more efficient. The Netherlands have had a ton of shots in this tournament. Surely they will not be held to just 1 goal again in this series.
Maybe Great Britain's 4th man should be the crossbar and the post instead of Gregan. Certainly putting more saves up than Gregan did earlier.
Not by much.
Not by much. Not by much. There was a few there. There was a few there, Gregan.
Didn't score many though. Gregan did.
It was during the interview I was watching when Jam was talking about, oh, you were great on the field earlier, and I saw that smug smile come across Gregan's face.
Just doing some quick counting here. Nolly's got 5 goals so far today for Great Britain. Hey, Gregan had 2 in only a fraction of the games.
2 in 3 games.
Yeah.
1 an absolute screamer, 1 not so much. But Devo's had a couple of screamers in this seat.
One was more of a whimper.
Well, it's a damp squib.
Mike Boy, backboard. Nolly couldn't get it, but Archie could. As Archie's going to leave that for Nolly. Well played. As Great Britain weather the storm of the Netherlands, at least in the first minute plus. Again, the Netherlands still 1 win away from getting to the grand finals, but Nolly will score. Aided greatly by the demo by Archie.
So patient waiting for this ball just to pop his way, and nobody from the Netherlands, well, I mean, Mike Boy was there. He might have got a touch to it, but gets eliminated right in the center of the field. And it's a clean path for Great Britain to take a 1-0 lead, looking for a potential reverse sweep out of this series, but I reckon they need to not allow Tho to score this one. Devo, an emphatic save.
Though not the offensive juggernaut that he'd like to be so far today. Does have a couple goals in this series. Getting more involved in the offense. See, he launches one downfield into the Great Britain end. There's Nolly above him. Of course, that familiarity between Tho, Nolly, and Devo. Here is Devo. Got to be the guy that gets going. You can only rely on Archie so much, right? As Devo could not get one through. Tho now coming in, and Devo makes the save. Follow-up shot is wide, and here come the Brits. Nolly to Archie, 3-man play, saved away by Ole.
Netherlands communications were just like, the British are coming, the British are coming, we've got to get back and destroy their counter-attack. It's such a deadly sight when you see Britain just flip field position and go straight towards that net. But they stave off the second goal for the moment, but can they keep them at bay here? But this time, Ole clears down, Tho into the corner. Does he have a man in the middle? It doesn't matter because Archie puts it in the corner.
Up high, angling a little downward, well read by the defense of Archie. Devo has respawned left side and coming on, and Tho had to jump right in front of him. Devo wasting absolutely no time, getting right back into the game after the demolition. And now it's Nolly. Gonna try to play it for himself. Did not get the second touch, but Archie's there. Little double commit though with Devo. He had to burn some boost. Ole does not turn on that ball though. And you saw Tho and Mike Boy for just a moment there, Kraft. They were kind of not quite on the same page. They were both going after the same ball high on the side. and that puts Tho in a real tough spot.
Yeah, a couple of miscommunications coming from the Netherlands, and I think now that they had that counter-attack go against them, yes, they didn't concede off of it, but I can tell they're starting to be a little bit more reserved. They're holding one player back and one player in the midfield. As you see there, Tho, usually he would stay up and maybe rotate through the midfield, but he goes all the way back to cancel out the effect of that counter-attack of Great Britain and keep themselves competitive down in the orange end.
Well, another one sent all the way to the Netherlands side. It's Oli, all alone, up high. There's a lot to work with, and he got the midfield boost too. All the boost he could ever ask for. Got a demolition, but Archie with another powerful clear. This goes right back to Mike Boy, though. Oli circling around in front, and the pass will not find him.
Not this time, and Netherlands need to get something going. 50 seconds to find it, still only one goal to find. Devo down to Archie will play this one up, and again, just the time wasting. They know, Great Britain know they can just sit back and relax. Well, not quite relax, they've still got 30 seconds to go, but they can sit back and just let the Netherlands come to them, because their defense has been impeccable so far in this fourth game. Might even get a second here for security, and Noli will put it away.
It's coming to game 5, perhaps.
They almost had me there.
27 seconds. As Great Britain gets a valuable insurance goal. Nolly's second of this series. Right after we talked about him, yeah, he hadn't scored a whole lot, and all of a sudden, Nolly leading the charge for Great Britain offensively. Oli, other plans, but Devo does such a great job just delaying him, stalling him out, keeping the ball away from him. Down to 13 seconds. Got to score here to have a chance to tie this game. Tho can't press that over to Oli any faster, and we are headed somehow to a 5th and decisive game between the Netherlands and Great Britain.
They battled back through. The reverse sweep still in the cards. One more game to go for both of these teams. 1 foot in the final each. There's only room enough for 3 feet. As they put the other foot in,
How about 6 feet? Because 3 players?
No, it's one collective foot.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Collective foot, but
okay.
They're battling for that last spot. Sorry.
Do you want me to just guide you out of this?
Yeah, but please
we'll just come over here to
turn me off of this exit, please. Thanks.
Great Britain, 2 goals on 4 shots out of Nolly. That's what you like to see.
That is what you like to see.
Yeah, kind of a late start today.
I'm actually amazed Devo got no shots at all.
And they won.
No,
that is amazing.
I mean, when Devo steps back, when anyone steps back, he expects someone to step forward. We've made a lot about Archie. We've made a lot about Devo. Noli is a great player in his own right, and he proved that they are 4 shots, 2 goals. And it puts Great Britain 1 game away from the grand final. Netherlands need to weather the storm, stop this reverse sweep, and get another crack at the French side in the grand final. Who's it going to be? Let's find out, Stacks.
Archie with a great save off the opening kickoff, just pinching that against the corner of the goal. And that's the amazement of Rocket League. It's just, it can be so quick. The difference between winning and losing can be that small. Very rarely does a player get back to make that save as a shot rings off the post. The post proving to be a very capable defender for Great Britain as this series has rolled on, as you mentioned earlier. How about this shot, though, from Oli? Even the pass from Mike Boy was great, but he got demolished, so he'll be way at the back trying to lead another counterattack.
And maybe demos might be a point of emphasis for Netherlands. We saw how many demos they got against France yesterday. They actually got 22 demos in the game earlier on against Great Britain. That was in 4 games. They only have 10 in the series so far coming into this 5th game. So maybe a point of emphasis to demo these guys out, throw them off the rotations, because when you let Great Britain rotate cleanly, they are going to punish you for it.
And Netherlands have tried to win a lot of games in this tournament, 3-on-2 with all the demolitions, and not doing so much against Great Britain. A lot of 3-on-3 Rocket League to their detriment. There goes Archie, trying to stand his ground and keep the attack alive for Great Britain. He cannot. Now Oli to the sky and did not dish off a pass for Tho. He had to turn around. Now, though, sent even further back as Archie has him guessing all sorts of different ways. Now, can he get by Devo? No, Devo does a great job getting around him and getting the ball, but now Oli goes under one, over and scores!
Ole, 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 ole! Just brings it all the way upfield. Archie, no chance to get it. Turns around, gets a touch, but it's not enough. Ole sticks it right in the breadbasket, and Netherlands, after being so battered and bruised on their side of the field for the last couple of games, allowing Great Britain to get to game number 5. They now have a crucial lead, and they could extend it here as Ole goes up again.
I speak on behalf of all casters, and I tell Great Britain, look, you were down 0-2. If you're going to win one, you might as well win the other two, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're wasting our time. Here we go. Great Britain, bring it home. Here goes Ole.
Bring it home.
Devo over top of Mike Boy. All right, how about this Netherlands side, though? They're so resilient. Ole, little wave dash to get onto that one, and that's still set away by Devo. Just that incremental advantage, try to change up the speed, try to fool the defense. You're not just going to do it with simple mechanics. You got to get them mentally as well.
Oh my
Lord, another mind game. And the Netherlands are picking up Great Britain's axles.
And it's these solo plays, not just from Ole, but from Mike Boy as well. Breaking the ankles, breaking the axles, breaking the entire chassis of Great Britain. 2-0 up for the Netherlands. And it's something that Tylacto always says, Stacks. Rocket League is half won on the field, the other half of it is won in the mind. Do you have the mental fortitude to slow things down? And I mentioned it earlier, the pace of the game. If you can just allow or force Great Britain into diving for balls that aren't even there, you're going to have a great time. That's exactly what Netherlands are pulling into effect here.
Oh, they got a demolition on Archie, but it's still Nolly and Devo left on the pitch. And Nolly's shot just rings off the crossbar. And Mike Boy combines with, I believe it was Tho for the save. Now here goes Mike, stopped by Nolly. And it's all Archie can do to just buy a little time. Let Great Britain get all boosted up. Here goes Nolly, would have been a tough angle from there, but also couldn't set up deep.
Oh, Archie.
And another opportunity gone by the wayside. Mike Boy maybe looking for the knockout blow for the Netherlands. It's a triple commit. They better score or they better rush back real fast. And they're lucky Great Britain could not break out of the zone quick.
They went for the bump on Devo, didn't end up getting it. It was Devo who ended up making the save. Now right back down into the Netherlands half. Great Britain looking to turn up the pace, but Ole has a breakaway chance. No one back in net. Nolly does end up making the rotation back, and he's got the ball right back in to the Netherlands side of the field. Now from midfield, Devo up, and Ole able to save it away. Tho on an empty net. Can he send it home? Yes, he can.
The Netherlands are, I think, the one team in the entirety of the regional finals in this Intel World Open that have never heard of the Gibbs rule. Or if they've heard of it, they just ignore it. When you're up, you don't need to send the house. When you're up 2, you don't need to send everybody to look for the knockout blow. You can just make the other team come at you. But they just keep their foot on the gas and they just keep pounding. And the Netherlands are 46 seconds away from staving off a reverse sweep and getting another shot at France.
And we've still not had a reverse sweep in this Intel World Open so far. The only one that came close was Japan avoiding one against Singapore that went all 5 games. But nevertheless, it's been a great run for Great Britain. They've proved why they are all 3 of them are world-class players, and Gregan as well. But the Netherlands to have the mental fortitude to come back here in Game 5 after losing a tough series against France as well. They'll have their rematch in the grand final.
Nolly, world-class player. Devo, incredible veteran talent. Gregan, Archie is a tremendous rookie. 3 seconds remain, and that's going to do it. The Netherlands stave off the reverse sweep. Great Britain battled valiantly. They gave it their all. They did not go quietly, and they don't go quietly at the end. It finishes with Archie, but it's the Netherlands who get the biggest laugh of all. They get the 3-2 win. And now we are set up, Craftman, for the Netherlands and France, part 3.
Part
Trois.
no, it's part 3. Part 3 nonetheless if you don't speak any other English other than English.